got it. I had to throw in the Michigan State question in there because we got a Michigan State guy in it. We got a Michigan State guy on the show. So
I
the
hope
biggest,
Tomo made this. I hope Tomo made this title. I hope it hurts you when you made it too.
yeah, he's the one that made the title, so that's what he put. That's what he did. So, and that's how you know he's doing the sounds. So Tomo
You're
made this
done,
title.
son.
We're not talking about the Terps. Tomo, stop with that.
Yeah, it's okay, Tomo. It's fine. Look, Duke is done too, so it's all right. But what are Michigan State's chances to win it all? We know Izzo is one of the best coaches, one of the greatest coaches in college basketball. And we know what he can do when it comes to this time. So what are the chances that they can actually win their region, win in the title in the final, beat their matchup in the Final Four, and actually win it all this year?
Y'all want me to start this? I'll start this off. All right, cool. So to win the region, we'll start with the region and then win it all. So to win the region, I give us a 75% chance. I know we have a tough task tomorrow with the Battle of the New York Gods in Madison Square Garden with Tyson Walker and Marquise Noel. I love Marquise Noel. Marquise Noel is a dog, and he's going to be a tough task to stop for our Spartans. But I love AJ Hoggard. When AJ Hoggard locked in, it's not too many like him. Locked in defensively, when he's got his mindset on getting to the cup, it's hard to stop that guy. And if we do beat Kansas State, which I had this matchup in my bracket and I had us moving on to play either Tennessee or FAU, which I agree with Trent. I have us playing Tennessee. I do think we can beat Tennessee, partly because, like you said, they lost to Kai Ziegler for the season with that ACL tear. And also, like you said, they were limping into the tournament. When Tennessee was coming into the tournament, they weren't playing good basketball at all. They were actually playing really bad basketball. They have a shooter in Santi Vescovi, but I feel like, again, Hoggard, Tyson, or Jaden, we can have them face guard, bruh, and we'll be pretty okay. Yeah, they might have to fight a lot of screens, but I think they're up for the challenge. I feel like our bigs and their bigs can cancel each other out. Now, our guard play, I feel like it's better than our guard play, like I said, with Tyson and AJ. Jaden Akins being the X factor, but I think the X factor for that game would actually be Malik Hall or Joey Hauser. Joey, we've actually been shooting terrible from three, which is uncharacteristic of MSU. Yeah, we beat two really good teams in USC and Marquette. So hopefully we can pick that up. Hopefully we don't shoot one for something and two for something from three again, because Lord knows that hurts. Especially being the top 5 or top 3 3-point percentage team in the country. But again, our defense, we have a really good defense, and that really helps us when our offense is struggling. Now, in terms of winning it all, I don't think we will win it all, and here's why. Because of our scoring droughts that Michigan State goes through game in and game out. If you're a Michigan State fan like me, then you've known for years that no matter how good the scoring has been in the game, there's eventually going to be a long scoring drought, and it sucks. And against teams like Alabama, Texas, UCLA, you can't afford to go on those scoring droughts, because Alabama, while being a really good defensive team, they're also a really good offensive team. And they beat us earlier in the Phil Knight tournament by showing that. Brandon Miller went crazy. Brandon Miller is an extremely explosive guard. And you mix that with JQ, Javon Quinterly, who can get to the cup and finish with the best of them in the country. It's going to be a tough game to win if we were to go to the Final Four or championship. I don't know how that works out if we were to see Bama. I don't know when that would be, whether it's Final Four or championship. But either way, if we were to see Alabama, that would be tough. Final Four, it would be tough for us to win that game because of those scoring droughts. Texas is the team I have of winning it all because, again, I think they have a top 3 backcourt in the country with Tyrese Hunter and Marcus Carr. Serge Ibaka Rice, the transfer from New Mexico State, is a knockdown shooter. I think he won 6th man of the year in the Big 12. You have Timmy Allen, who's a bucket. Dylan Dessou, who's an active big. I mean, he's not tall, but he's still active as a big man. You got Christian Bishop, the transfer from Creighton. You got Brock Cunningham, who can shoot the ball. They're just an explosive team in Texas, and they've actually been playing better since the whole Chris Beard being relieved from his duties because of the alleged domestic violence case.
Yeah, so, that got dismissed.
Yeah, he got dismissed. So, yeah. So, our chances, in my opinion, of winning it all are low. Now, of course, I'm rooting for us to win it all. No question. But if I have to give a realistic answer, I think we can make the Final Four. It's feeling a lot like 2015. I said it in the chat.
Stop the cap.
2015 as a 7 seed, we beat Louisville. I think we beat Louisville to get there. I can't remember the other teams we beat. I think we beat Virginia. I'm not sure on that. You can check that. But yeah, 2015 came in as a 7 seed with Tryson Valentine and Brent Forbes and Brandon Dawson. Made that Final Four run. I think we could do it again.
Yeah, for me, I think my percentage is probably just slightly lower than you to get to the Final Four. I got 70%, but it's still strong. Still strong. Just because I like Walker. My goodness, he a dog, man. I remember when I was in Buffalo Wild Wings just a couple weeks ago, watching him play a game. I forgot who they were playing. I think they were playing against Indiana, and was it Indiana? I think it was. I can't remember, but all I know is he had maybe 3 straight shots, then went down with a leg injury, and then came back and was balling again. I'm thinking that it was. I really think it was Indiana. I can't remember. It was a while ago. All I know is they had on that. Everybody wore. Yeah, it was because Mike Wilson was on the sideline. It was Indiana. I remember.
Yeah,
I remember
could have been.
It definitely was now. I definitely remember that now because it was Tuesday night. So I remember what it was, and he stuck out to me. Out of everyone in that game, he's the one that stuck out to me. So I definitely think he has a really good chance with him as your guard, basically averaging 15 points a game, and doing everything else he does with everyone and with everyone else you have in your roster. You have a really good shot to make it to the Final Four. Now, I agree with the you having to match it with Alabama in the Final Four. I definitely don't think you would be able to get past them because, I mean, who's going to be able to stop Brandon Miller?
It'd be tough. AJ will probably be the sign that, but it'd be tough.
It's going to be tough. I mean, he's averaging 19-8 right now in a tourney.
No, I don't think averaging 19.
I mean, not in tourney, but
zero. I must say, 0 the first game.
So in through this year, he's been averaging 19-8.
Okay, yeah.
That's what I meant to say. So he's averaging 19-8 this year, and I mean, we've seen him put up 41 points in a game. This is a freshman, and I understand him. I understand his situation that happened outside of basketball, but right now we just talking about basketball. As far as basketball, this man is ridiculous. I don't know exactly who. You may have to come up with a boxing one or something like that to be able to stop him from doing what he needs to do, but I don't even know if that's going to be able to stop him.
Yeah, just don't ask Maryland how to stop him.
I don't think you need to ask Maryland how to stop anybody, but but I still like UCLA. I still like UCLA. I know I said this before, but I mean they are still in 30, so I still got a chance to be right. I still like UCLA, and I think if y'all are able to get past Alabama, and y'all play UCLA, I would give y'all a better chance to beat UCLA.
We got a different championship team. I got Texas beating UCLA.
Yeah, I got. I think I had UCLA beating Texas. So I mean, we could debate that another time. But
it's a tough matchup for sure. It's not no guarantee either way. So I feel you.
Yeah. So Trent, what you think? What you think is Sparty's chance to march on and make it to the championship and win it all?
Yeah, I'm definitely rooting for him. Last team in the Big Ten, so represent. Love Tom Izzo. They're definitely battle tested, top 20 strength of schedule. And as Carl mentioned, as much as they have been struggling from the 3-point line, they still shoot 5% better from 3 than Kansas State does. Both defenses hold each other under 70 points. So I think it's going to be a slow-paced game. I'm going to give the slight edge to Michigan State in this game. And then I do have Michigan State, unfortunately, falling to Tennessee in the Elite Eight. So I think everything Michigan State's done to this point has been great. Walker's been playing well. Hauser's been shooting over 40% from 3. So the guys can get it done. But I just think Tennessee is going to be a little bit bigger, a little bit faster, and it's going to be a tough matchup for them to keep up on the offensive glass. So Michigan State, I would give about 30% chance to get out of that region, just because we have seen Purdue, Duke, Marquette, and Memphis fall out of that area, and Kentucky fall out of that. So favorable matchups there in the East bracket. But I do have Michigan State winning this game and then losing to Tennessee in the next round.
Yeah, I think that would be. I definitely get what you're saying now. With all those teams, all those high seeds, that Purdue, well, except for Marquette, because Marquette was lower than Michigan State, but all those teams that were good, Kentucky, Duke, Purdue, all those teams, all lost.
Marquette was a 2 seed.
Yeah.
You said Marquette was what?
The
It
2
was a
seed.
2 seed.
2 seed. Oh wow. I
Yeah,
thought they
Marquette
were
was the 2 seed, bro. They was
What was
Marquette
that?
came in the.
Why did I think they were the 9th seed?
I don't know. I'm about to say Marquette came in on what, like a 10-game win streak or something like that. It was crazy.
Memphis was the 8th seed.
Maybe I was looking at another.
FAU was the 9th seed in that, and Memphis was the 8th seed.
Yeah.
That's why I'm looking at Memphis, thinking it was. I don't know. I just see M, and I was thinking Marquette. I don't know how I thought that, but that would be interesting. That would be. I could see why you said 30%, Trent. Now that I really look at it, all those teams that are out now already, and you got Michigan State, and Michigan State and Kansas State right there. So it could go either way. I wouldn't be surprised if Kansas State wins, but I think Michigan State's gonna win that game.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Tennessee beat us either, but I'm more so banking on the fact that they were limping into the tournament. And I mean, yeah, you can win a couple games in the tournament, but I feel like I honestly feel that loss against Ohio State might have woke us up and made us realize, like, look, we got to bring it. Everybody made a big fuss about how Izzo and AJ Hoggard talk was on the sideline. Looked like AJ was blowing Izzo off. They do this every other year. Aaron Henry, like my man is a 25-year veteran coach at Michigan State, but yet it seems like he don't get his respect. Tom Hogan, knock it off. Knock it off, okay? When your man get good enough to where we can talk about him, then we'll talk. But until then, just watch the pro do his job. You feel me? But anyway, and we have to also realize who we talking about. Izzo's been to 8 Final Fours. Been to countless Elite Eights and Sweet 16s. This is what he's built for. The month is literally changed to Izzo. So I feel like I like Rick Barnes as a coach. Don't get me wrong. I think Rick Barnes is a good coach. But I feel like Izzo can outcoach Rick Barnes. I feel like Izzo has his hand on the pulse of MSU. I think he got his plan to how he loves our MSU teams to play, which is gritty and grimy, and we scratch and claw for everything. And no matter how bad we're shooting, we can rely on our defense, like I stated earlier. So I do feel like we have a better chance of beating Tennessee than Tennessee has a better chance of beating us.
We're making State first.
Well, yeah, that's true. I was just addressing your point there. I mean, obviously, I'm nervous about K-State as well.
Hey, I love Izzo, man. I'm rooting for Izzo in the Big Ten, but if they made the Final Four, it would not be shocking at all. But the matchup with Tennessee is where I got them right now.
And according to somebody in the chat, Izzo needed to be fired because 25 years and only 1 championship, man, that's crazy. That's a fireable offense.
I mean, he's a comment warrior for a reason. So, so.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.